In this video, we're going to talk about the gruesome case of Augusta OSEDION, or simply known as AUGUSTA, who was mercilessly murdered by her lover of 3 years, and his name is Benjamin Best, and he is 26 years old. He was also known as Killer Boy. A bit ironic, isn't it? They were seen as a couple goals by everyone around them, be it their family, friends, or her followers. They were often referred to as the lavish couple. Reportedly, Augusta was stabbed to death by her boyfriend, Benjamin, after a heated argument between the two of them. He later on confessed to his crime on Instagram through a series of written text stories. Before we jump into this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more such videos. To really understand the events that took place in this story, we first need to go to Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos is the most populous urban area in Africa, and it also used to be the national capital of Nigeria until December in 1991. Lagos is a city with a rich history, evolved from a 15th century Portuguese trade post to a prominent Nigerian metropolis. It is also the home of many famous Nigerian artists, across various disciplines. In music, people like Fela Kuti, Wizkid, and Burna Boy. And in arts, one of the most prominent figures is Ben Nwanwu. Augusta OSEDION was born on February 3, 2002. The 21-year-old influencer was a student of Leeds University, Ibadan. She was known as AUGUSTA on Instagram. She gained over 120,000 followers on Instagram as a beauty and fashion influencer in Lagos. The young woman used to work with multiple brands, modeling for all sorts of products ranging from clothing, beauty, health, as well as lifestyle. She was a beautiful model and influencer known for posting about her lavish lifestyle and stunning pictures of her glamorous life on Instagram. Little did she know about the terrible series of events that were about to unfold. Augusta lived in Lagos with her family, which included her mother, her father, and her siblings. She was described as a sweet and intelligent young lady. She loved what she did because she had an innate love for fashion, living life to the fullest, and being happy. Augusta had a very special bond with her mother. They were very close. They were best friends, as her mother describes, and she shared everything with her, including her personal life. Augusta ended up dating a young man named Benjamin Best, age 26, and to an extent he also had somewhat of a big following on Instagram. His page was referred to as Killer Boy, which has since been deleted. He describes himself as a blockchain developer and crypto purveyor. Both of them had only met each other some time ago before they started dating. On the outside, it seemed like a very lovely relationship, but the reality seems to be way beyond anyone could have comprehended. The couple used to turn heads wherever they went. He seemed to have showered her with love and affection. He used to take her on multiple dates, purchased her gifts, bought her flowers, and they enjoyed life to the fullest. He also used to take us shopping almost like a king would take his queen, and also used to take her for multiple vacations. They flew private planes and whatnot. The relationship seemed surreal and too good to be true. They seemed compatible and also seemed to enjoy every bit of their lives together. Or at least that was what it seemed like through the eyes of an average person on social media. After a luxurious vacation, it was about time for her birthday, and he didn't hold back. He took it upon himself to make sure that her birthday was well spent and did everything in his power to make sure of it. He did everything a great boyfriend who had the capacity would do. He spoiled her on her great day, and she was very happy. Later on, she even received a car as a gift from him. Everything was going smooth and perfectly, almost like a fairy tale. She didn't lack anything whatsoever. In multiple videos, they can be seen together having the time of their lives, luxury vacations, clubs, fancy restaurants, and everything you can imagine. This couple was one hell of a force, and they seemed great together. She was always happy, posting different videos on Instagram, and seemed to love to catwalk pose and do a lot of other fun activities for the camera, and never seemed to be short of content. But what exactly went wrong in such a happy and fruitful relationship? Unfortunately, as they say, all good things must come to an end someday or the other. Nothing lasts forever. In the case of Augusta, misfortune caught up to her a bit too fast. On July 11th of 2023, Augusta called her mother, telling her that she had an argument with her boyfriend, and despite her mother's efforts, the couple just couldn't reconcile. However, the moment when her mother, Mrs. Cordelia, realized that something wasn't right, was when she wasn't able to get in contact with Cordelia or her boyfriend via any means. Worried about the situation, Cordelia contacted her daughter's roommate, who in turn directed her to Augusta's boyfriend's house in Oral Estate, Icota. Cordelia reported the incident to the police on July 15th, and she later on explains the situation. "When we got to my daughter's boyfriend's house, her Mercedes-Benz C30 was parked in front of the building, but the apartment was locked," she says. "Detectives visited the crime scene and the door was forced open, only for them to witness a horrifying scene. It was Augusta's lifeless body, with her female genitals chopped off in a pool of her own blood," stated Benjamin Hundian, spokesperson for the Lego State Police Command. The corpse was recovered, despite its fast decomposing state. Marks of violence and signs of struggle were detected on the body, which was later on deposited at General Hospital Mortuary, Yaba, for autopsy and preservation. A note that seemed to have come from Benjamin was recovered at the scene and treated as evidence. The scene has been sealed off to allow crime scene investigators to gather any form of evidence they might find. Her boyfriend, Benjamin, who was the prime suspect at the time and was also on the run at the time, revealed through his Instagram story the details of the incident and confessed to the crime in a series of text messages posted on his Instagram story. He stated that he got into an argument with Augusta in which he mistakenly stabbed her and ran away out of fear and has been suicidal since then. Later on, says that he will turn himself in. He later on says, "I am truly sorry for the damage I have caused and the pain I have left. Everything happened due to pain and betrayal, cheating, toxicity, and all." None of her body parts went missing. Nothing was intentional. "We got into a fight and argument regarding something I rather not say in order to protect her image and respect for the dead. But all that which led into argument and fight, which led to her carrying a knife and stabbing, then happened, which I wished never happened. I ran out of fear. I stabbed someone and didn't know what to do at that point, but nothing was intentional and none of her body parts were cut out. I deeply regret and will give up myself and say nothing but the truth, as I know I have only a few days on earth and only the truth can bring me peace and bring God's acceptance. I contacted her mom yesterday as well, and I'm going to turn myself in and believe I deserve death now. But regardless of anything, the truth deserves to be said and previewed and not manipulated. I will turn myself in and pay with my own life. Whatever the fate is, I will take, including death, as there is no justification for taking a life. I will be accountable." Benjamin has also made heinous claims, trashing Augusta's mom on his Instagram stories, calling her evil, and implying that his girlfriend would still be alive if it wasn't for her mother. He claimed that Augusta's mom was hiding the truth while pretending as though she wanted justice for her daughter. He claims that she is conflicted between wanting him to turn himself into the police and protecting Augusta's privacy. His claims also include that his late girlfriend and his mother had made plans to financially exploit him, and Augusta attempted suicide after he found out the dirty pornographic content on her mobile phone, and to protect that secret she and her mom kept hidden. On October 21st, it was confirmed that Benjamin was arrested by the Sierra Leone police, and they stated that they were working on his extradition back to Nigeria. Killeboy was found at a nightclub in Freetown on Friday after changing his name to Kanu Princeton Samuel and spending over $25,000 purchasing a Sierra Leonean passport and trying to survive in the West African country. What are your thoughts on this case? Well, it certainly does tell us to not believe everything we watch on social media, because the reality can be much darker than anyone can anticipate. For more stories like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned for more such content.